Good morning, good evening, and good day. Thank you so much for watching Attack Power Gaming. Today, we are continuing our How to Play the Division series with the first Blindata Romanian Mare. If you enjoyed this content, please hit that like button, drop a comment, consider subscribing for more SD2 content, and if you really enjoyed and want coaching and other benefits, please consider joining the Patreon linked up above. Let's dive right in. So here we are with the final Romanian division that we have not played here on the channel. I'm surprised it's taken me so long to get to this. This is a very solid division. This is their armored division. This is technically the Romanians' only armored division, I believe. And it's a solid division in game. It's not anything like crazy super strong, but it is solid. Like, it gets the job done. It's fun to play. It's got good stuff. It's got some weaknesses, but they're not too crippling, and that's why it does pretty well. So, looking at quick strengths and weaknesses here. Solid recon tab with some good options, but not much infantry option. Mostly just armor car tank options. Infantry are very solid. You don't get a lot, but the ones you get are very quality. Enjoy them a lot. Great tank tab. Medium tank, spam, squared, and solid medium tanks at that. Your support tab gets the job done. It's nothing special, but it has the tools you need, and it does the job well. Your AT tab is fantastic because you have the best AT gun in the game. Your AA tab leaves some to be desired here. Your artillery tab also leaves a little bit to be desired, though it's not bad, it's just nothing impressive. And your air tab is fine, but also leaves some to be desired. So nothing truly terrible, but not anything really outstanding either. So it's just a very solid, balanced division. Again, it's not perfect, but it does do good work. So let's hop in here to the infantry tab. You get a nice mix of German infantry and Romanian infantry here, with the Vânătorii Motos being your main tool here. They're a solid squad, 10 man, 6 rifles, 2 automatic rifles here, ZB30s, and 2 submachine guns. The submachine guns are pretty good. They're better than MP40s, I believe, if I'm remembering off the top of my head here. Yeah, that's more than double, way more accuracy. Yeah, overall they're pretty good. They don't have like extended range or anything, but they are quite solid. The ZB30s are actually really good. These machine guns really get the job done, in my opinion. I actually enjoy using them quite a bit. You can see their rate of fire is half of that of the MG42, but I mean that's all. That's everybody. So and they're also automatic rifles. So these guys actually function pretty well in the forest with the 2 submachine guns and the 2 automatic rifles. They can actually, they can hold up much better than most rifle squads. I got the Panzerfaust variant, the Pioniere. It's a pioneer squad. Does what it needs to do. It's nothing exciting. Just does it. Unfortunately, this is the only division that doesn't get the up availability. So like all the other Romanian divisions have these pioneer cards that have 9. Like, it's just up availability. It's crazy good. These guys don't, for whatever reason. It's kind of disappointing, actually. Their leader is super good, a double sniper. I mean, God, who doesn't want that? So, double sniper leader here, super great. Only 3 men, though, so it's not, I mean, it gives you this great loadout, and then you don't really want to use them because they'll die pretty quick. More Vânătorii Moto in B. You have one of the best close range units in the game, in my opinion, here with the Pioniere Assaults. These guys are stupid good. Double flamethrower, these good SMGs. Yeah, these guys do the work. These are phenomenal close range infantry. Use them. I would even consider not vetting them because it's almost not really necessary. But they do fire faster with the flames when you have the vet. Card Panzergrens, bringing in the Panzerfaust version instead of the non-Panzerfaust version. You can bring in normal Panzer. I'm bringing the Vânătorii Moto here in C. You could bring in Panzergrens instead if you wanted. I actually like the Moto better. I actually do. They just do work. And I actually think, do these have higher ammunition than usual? Ooh, I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. I think I'm wrong. I think it's always 1700. But they eat them up really fast. Remember, they're going to run out of ammo. These guys fire for basically forever. So, yeah, solid tab here of infantry. I also bring these guys in the SDK of Z251s. When these guys, when half tracks are good, they're stupid good. Like against divisions that can't kill them, they're so good. And against some divisions they're just not. But it is nice to have them. Up here in the recon tab, you only have these 2 infantry options. These guys really aren't good. They're 5-man teams. They have an okay loadout. They're just not good. They'll die. So I don't suggest them. 2-man recon teams are always good. Only 15 points, so I'm not bringing them here, though, because I want the Hush. I have the T4 Shishita. Oh, wait. Sorry. I think I'm saying that wrong. Chishashta, I believe. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. It's a Panzer IV with the heat shell that I don't really recommend using. And then this SPW 20 mil, more of these guys. The problem with these guys, they run out of ammo like almost instantly. They're very low ammo. You could they just eat it up so fast, but they're still quite good. Continuing on to our lovely tank tab, it's all medium tanks. It's either TAs or T4s, which are basically, I mean, TAs are literally Stugs. There's nothing unique about these at all. T4s get this heat shell here, which again is not better than the regular AP shell at all. So it's actually worse in every way. So I'm not 100% sure the point of these. Someone wants to explain to me down below why this is better. I know they don't lose penetration as at range, but at 1,500 meters or even like 1,000 meters, this should still have more penetration than this. So I'm not 100% sure. Maybe at the max 1,500 meter range, maybe that. That would be the only situation I can imagine. But the loss of accuracy really matters. Yeah, I don't really understand. They're good, though. They're Panzer IVs. I'm double vetting them in A and B here. I'm single vetting these because the curve is terrible. Going down to 2 is ridiculous. But having 5 is plenty, and the 3-6 here for these guys is really solid. Yeah, Stugs double vetted are stupid good. Support tab is great. You do get 2 cards of flamers, but that's a little unnecessary, especially with how tight this is. A card of MG42s, they're great. You want to take them. Stu 42, you really need them. You can only bring them in A. You need that 2,000 meter range HE damage. It's so huge on maps where it matters, and you'll see in my game that it matters a lot. So yeah, the IG-18 just does not perform. It's only 1,500 meters, so I don't suggest it. Commander, supply, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Vunatore de God, these are phenomenal. Panzerschreck Infantry 7-man, they have a grenade, because why not, and 5 submachine guns with 2 rifles. The 2 rifles actually kind of mess things up, because they can get stuck shooting just the 2 rifles, so be careful with that. Might even consider turning those off. You lose a little damage, but it's probably worth it. So these are fantastic. You get 2 cards. I only fit in 1 because there's so many fun things here. The TACCOM overperforms when you use it correctly. It penetrates good. I mean, that's a horrible sentence. Penetrates well. It has 1,500 meter range, 105 millimeter penetration. I mean, it's essentially a ZIS 3 for all intents and purposes, minus the infinite range on this thing. But it's got a machine gun, and it can HE shell infantry at 2.2 damage. It's really quite good for 35 points. It's worth taking. Their Shitsa is, in my opinion, the best AT gun in the game for price. Nothing outmatches this. It kills anything outside of a King Tiger, essentially. It's stupid good. Freaking 15 rounds a minute on AP. Oh my god, I love this unit. Love it. It's what makes Romanian Division so disgustingly good. It's HE, while it fires half the speed, does 3.8 damage, which is actually quite high, and it has infinite range. So this thing is just fabulous in every way. So yeah, got those. I wish it was 3.5 like the Pack 40, but I understand why it's not, because it's so good. AA tab leaves some to be desired. It's not bad, but you only get 1 card of 37s, which are good. Hotchkisses are actually really quite good. They're a significant step up from the 20 mils. Take the Hotchkisses, they're better. They are noticeably better. They just perform noticeably better. But you can take more stuff. SDK of 7-1 is, I think they're buffing this soon, so might want to consider that later. Right now, it's still not very good. The 20 mils would be better. Hopping over to the artillery tab, you get some options here. They're not bad options. You just don't get a very big tab here for it, and it gets expensive quick. SDKF's 251 artillery, mortar half track. These are fantastic all the time. I bring them in, and I don't use them as much as I should these days. I really should try to use these more because they're just really strong. Bringing in the artillery leader. Unfortunately, your regular leader does not have radio, so that's just something to be aware of. It stinks, but it is the truth. So you have to wait till B to really get any radio assistance. So be aware of that. And then the 150 mil howitzer, bringing 2 of those in B for the Maverick income. These can be good for holding the line to the end. They do a lot. They're 150 millimeter, mortar, not mortar, excuse me, howitzer. I do not like airborne off map, which is why I'm not bringing it. You also can't even bring it till B, and you only get 1, and it only has 2 charges, and it's just not very good. These 105s really aren't that great. You could bring in the 81 or the 60 mil mortar. Those are both fine choices, but I'm taking this one because when I bring in my mortars, I want them to really kill. I really use them more to kill support weapons and stuff, which is why I'm bringing this one instead. Finally, the air tab. Lots of bomber choices, and that's about it. You have one card, well, I shouldn't say one card, but you have one card of like regular fighters, I should say. BF-109 G6. These really aren't that good. They take a long time to kill stuff, but they are quite fast, which allows them to catch up to those bombers. It just takes a long time of them shooting to actually kill anything. So be aware. Do not head on with these. They'll die every time. The BF-110 F4, it's too slow. It has no maneuverability, and it's just too slow. It's this classic heavy fighter, dual prop fighters that just don't do well in this game at all. I mean, it's double vetted. It gets up to medium agility, so it's not like the worst thing ever. And agility is not turning radius. Remember, this is a lie. It says this, but everyone tells me that that's not what it does. So I'm just going to stick with my that's not what it does. Continuing on here, Ju-87D5. I always take these when they're available. Having a cluster is super great for killing dangerous stuff. Then the IAR-81 has a great little loadout here. Will kill basically anything it bombs support wise. It's relatively fast. It's unfortunately got bad resilience. It's really not. It will die, but it's only 85 points, so just be aware it is solid. And then you have the JRS-79B. This thing's really good. Drops 4 of these 272 kilogram bombs. It will kill most things on a single pass. It's got very good resilience and a relatively okay speed for a bomber, so it's not a bad choice at all. I do enjoy these. I would not take this one. The 100 kilogram bombs is significantly worse than the 4 272s. This is just more a heavier. Basically, it's heavier than this. Actually, I don't know why I'm not taking... Oh, probably because of yeah. You only get 1 when you can get 3 of these, and the only thing you're missing is 250 kilograms. And the 250 kilograms does make a difference. It will really make sure you consistently kill stuff, but it's not worth the huge loss in availability when you do that. So, yeah. The HS-129 is terrible. You get 1 250 kilogram bomb. It's very, very slow. It has very good resilience, but this is really not good. I mean, you get 4 of them, I guess, if you really want to spam them out. I prefer this, though, because of the speed. JUD-87D5, not good. BF-109E3, I want this to be good because it's so cheap, but it's so cheap because it's very bad resilience. That means just a couple of hits and this thing dies. Like, it is made of paper mache. Like, bomber machine guns have a very real chance of shooting this down. So that's why I don't use this. If you want to use at your own risk, they can be high risk, high reward. You know, a more lightly armed bomber can definitely die. It's got a great loadout. It's a very solid loadout. It'll do damage, but this is really bad. It's one of the few planes in the game that has very bad resilience. So yeah, that's the deck. Solid division. I do think it is not a balanced deck. I think it is a Maverick deck pretty definitively, which is why I have it built here in Maverick. The infantry tab just, I don't think is deep enough really to go balance. I mean, you can certainly build it to be deeper, but yeah, I mean, great division, very fun to play. I enjoy it quite a lot, but I enjoy all the Romanian divisions, so I'm definitely partial to this. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please hit that like button, drop a comment, consider subscribing for more ST2 content, and if you really enjoy this, please consider supporting me on Patreon. It costs you only a bit, and it helps me out a ton. Thanks for watching. Have a fantastic day.